Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. And every single week, you come and you watch these great interviews, and you still ain't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on too.
Yo, what's good? It's the one and only iLLANOiZE Jones, and from the streets to the internet, you know we got it all right here, right now. Y'all are tuned into the greatest, dopest thing to hit the streets since crack cocaine. And look, y'all, I don't know how Biko say it. We know we present to y'all the flyest, the dopest, the greatest things around the world. Whatever he say, that's what I'm going to say right now, but in his voice. But anyway, man, I want to introduce y'all, man. We got a dope guest coming from Chicago. One of the hottest producer artists in not just the city, but the world, because he be in Cali fucking shit up too. We got Nascent in the building. Make some noise.
Little air horn. What's up? What's poppin'?
I got you all that.
There you go.
Man, welcome to iLLANOiZE Radio, man.
Sure, thank you for having me, bro.
Man, I ain't know you was that damn tall, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Tallest Mexican, you feel me? On record, you know what I'm saying?
The tallest one I've seen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
I know you were saying, like, it's been a minute since you've been out this way, man. Like, the project, I just want to congratulate you on that. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
It's dope as fuck. Hard as shit. Dope ass features. We was talking about it off break. I just want to know, because I don't know much about your background. I know your creativity. I know how you get down in the studio. I just wanted to know, like, you know, how long have you been producing?
I probably started producing when I was like making beats like 13, 14 years old. But I think I got my first, I want to say 19. I was like 19 when I got my foot in the door. And that was working with 50 Cent. And that was my first placement, so I kind of worked backwards starting off, because I went out the gate and got a real big placement. And then when I came back home, I started working with everybody up and coming. But it put me in a room with, like, you know, the LEP Bogus Boys, or like Sly Polaroid and other artists in that time, like 2009, 2010. And then started working with Chance, Saba, Mick Jenkins, a bunch of people.
So what was the placement you got with 50?
It was on an album called Before I Self-Destruct.
Oh,
and then
that was his last album.
That was 2009. And then I did some mixtape things too. But that, like, really what that did for me was give me more confidence in myself that I could even work with someone at that level.
Right.
And also just gave me more emotion, more people want to work with me.
Right. So now, then, like you said, you worked backwards. You came back to the crib and you was working with all the up and coming artists. And shit, everybody you just named, super turnt now. Super turnt.
Yeah, those were very, you know, but I caught the end of, like, the hard street sound, you know?
Yeah, the Bump J's, the Sly Polaroids.
And I didn't even get to a Bump, because I was in high school when Bump was, you know, I think I was in high school, like, so I didn't get a chance to work with him at that time, but I did end up working with him when he got out. Okay. Because that was always like a bucket list thing for me.
For sure. How was that working with him?
That was cool, man. You know, that was, like I said, a bucket list. One of my favorites, you know, so it was cool.
Well, you brought up LEP and Sly Polaroid.
Yeah, that was my first session, bro, in the city with Sly Polaroid. And I was like 20, it was an interesting environment. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I went there to do music, and also, you know, they knew that, so it was all good. And
Sly lyrically is fire, dope as hell.
The best, yeah.
Yeah, what was that like working with him? Like, at that time, they are the Chief Keefs and the, you know what I'm saying, Lil Durks of that time.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, like I said, it was just something that I grew up listening to and being in the city, and that's the kind of music that I wanted to make. But I knew at some point I had to evolve from that.
Right.
And yeah.
What was it like producing at that time? Because it wasn't a lot of internet, you know what I'm saying? You really had to be bumping shoulders with people. What was it like?
That's how I met our mutual friend Brianna. Was just going to different events in the city. So, like, networking and meeting people in person was like
real big.
Yeah, because you couldn't just slide in someone's DM and be like, hey, let's do something. So I kind of like learned that skill early on about meeting people and understanding the importance of relationships. But I'm still like an internet kid, so like I still have MySpace, and I met a lot of my friends today on MySpace that are producers, and like even to like one of my best homies, Paperboy Fabe, I slept on his couch when I first moved to LA. He offered me his couch, right? But I met him on MySpace.
Damn.
So it was just a community of producers during that era that, you know, we all just knew each other, you know what I mean?
What's the difference between like Instagram and social media and all the social media platforms now and MySpace as far as networking and connecting?
It's just easier now, I think. Just a lot easier. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing, man. You just send a friend request. The same thing as, like, you feel me? Like, now you just can slide someone's DM. A lot of my features on my album are people that I heard their music, whether it be on a TV show or just came across it. I just DM'd them.
Right.
And they probably, they went on my page. Oh, all right, cool. He works with this and this person. All right, cool. Let's do something,
So what was it like working with LEP? Like, how did that connection happen? Because I know you did a lot of work with LEP.
I met I knew E, I knew Dash, and they invited me to the studio one day. I went and played beats for them, and it was cool. And they started playing me their mixtape, the Don't Feed the Killers 3. And one of the songs they played me was my beat, but they didn't know it was my beat. So they had already recorded to something that I did, but somebody tried claiming it was theirs. So somebody stole some shit from me, you feel me? And they tried to say it was theirs. I didn't know that. So when they were playing me the song, I was like, hold on. I'm like, that's my beat. Like, what do you mean? So I pull it up and I play it for them. Oh shit, it was just like, this is crazy, you feel me? And then from there, we just got cool. I was there every other day over there.
Like, how was that, like, dealing with somebody stealing your work? Like,
I don't even know how they got it, bro, for real. I didn't care.
Has that happened since? Like, has, like, people stealing work or taking credit for your work?
Nah, not that I know of.
Listen.
Not that I know of. Nah, I be on top of my shit.
So you've seen the growth in the music here in Chicago. Like, you think that. Like, what is that, like, seeing it grow? Like what's that like, being a part of it, and also just witnessing, like, all the people that you work with just shoot to, like, they up now. Like, everybody you work with are solidified in their positions and still moving up.
There's a testament to the grind and just to the consistency, and also, like, that era of Chicago music, right? Like 2010 to 2015, like 16, like, we were like, it was like the gold rush, man. Like, you had people like Chance, Rocky Fresh, Vic Mensa, Saba, all these people, and then you had drill, and then you had, you feel me? And it's like, it was nothing like it, you feel me? So, and we know, like, I remember when Acid Rap dropped, it broke the internet, like, everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody had that shit.
Yeah, but it's cool, man. That was a very special moment. But there is a ceiling at home.
Yeah.
I think that, even as a producer, you, depending on what your goals are, what you want to do, there is a ceiling.
When did you know you reached that ceiling?
I probably knew like 2012 and 2013, but just I had to get my situation right before I could leave to LA.
Okay.
Where I knew that the ceiling was way higher, and I definitely realized that once I got there, like, how it's a city. You go into the studio and you with people that are way better than you. You feel me? And are also sleeping in their car, in their studio, in their friend's house. So the hunger is there too. So it just makes you get better. But, like, you have to get better, or you're gonna get left behind. You know what I mean?
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show.
So you living in Cali, man. A Chicago guy living in Cali, man. What's it like living in Cali? What's the difference between living in Cali and living in a city and being creative?
Well, on the creative side, it's I think for me it was a matter of resources. I have a lot of homies that they're musicians, and then we do jam sessions, and I feel like I met some of the best that, to do it. On the regular side, though, it's a little, sometimes you will get confused, man. You be in the hood, you don't even know. It's real pretty out there. You got the palm trees, the sunny. You don't even know you in the hood.
Right.
In Chicago, you know when you're in the hood.
Right. What's the difference between the music scenes, though? What's the music?
The music,
scene?
there's a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world coming to create in LA. So it's like you just have a higher chance of just, I just feel like for me, how it worked for me personally was that I just have more resources. I can just work with more talented, people. Not to say that it's more talented in Chicago, but I feel like it's just so much room to grow. Right. Because you're just being constantly pushed. Again, the ceiling's a little higher, and you can see that separation, the skill in the gap in between that. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
So so when you moved to Cali, were you still just a producer, or would you still, or were you an artist producer?
I say I was more of a beat maker.
Okay.
And then I started to understand more of like arrangements and how to like incorporate live live instrumentation into my music the way I like it, my taste. But I mean, I honestly I just grew because I was being pushed to be better because I was around other guys that were just that much better than me.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? You just mentioned you was a beat maker.
Yeah.
So is that levels to it, like beat maker? Like
Yeah.
what's the difference
I mean,
between?
You can make a beat and just that's it. Make a beat, but I think understanding music, understanding that sometimes less is more, understanding the concept of arrangements of how someone is consuming the music. Like even with an album, like arranging the albums and sequencing it is important because it's an experience that you creating for the listener, and it has to flow. And you're telling a story. You feel me? So that comes from having like being more in your producer, bag. You feel me? Yeah.
So who was some of your influence that guided you along that journey in your production?
I think working with some of the homies back in LA that, super talented. Also just, being influenced by like a Kanye West, a Dr. Dre, and understanding the difference, of being a beat maker and a producer. And then it's just like I said, it's just about every day putting up free throws.
Right.
That's it, yeah.
So are you what programs, devices are you using to make beats or?
I personally use Reason, but I do a lot of jam sessions, and I also have a lot of friends that actually make original compositions that they're like samples, but they're not samples because they're making them. So a lot of times I use those, and I'll flip them, and it'll sound like I'm sampling something, but that's just like more so a reflection of how much music has advanced throughout the and even in 10 years. You feel me? Like even technologically, just like how you can make something sound like from back in the day, whether it be through just plugins or, you know what I'm saying?
So what's the difference between Nascent production then and Nascent production now?
A lot more musicianship, a lot more, it just sounds more expensive, well, because it is more expensive.
If you could tell Nascent back if you can go in through time and tell Nascent something, what would you tell yourself?
Just relax, man. You're gonna be good. You're gonna do everything you say you're gonna do. That's it.
As far as producers, we come from an era full of great producers. No ID, Kanye West. Who's some of the producers that you respect, and new or old, that you see coming up?
A lot of, I don't know if they're coming up, but I have homies like Monty Booker who are he's from Chicago. He's incredible. Got homies. I got my homie Beat Butcher, Los Hendrix, my boy Paperboy Fabe. I got my boys, Ben Lusher. These are all dudes that work within in LA. I got a homie out here from Chicago, Matt Hines. He's from out south. He's incredible.
For sure.
And on the album too. And it's a lot of my homie Coop the Truth. But people that I look up to, man, Dr. Dre, bro, and Kanye West to me, and like DJ Premier. But like it's really Dre and Kanye.
Dre and Kanye?
Yeah, bro, because Dre is the best. He is the one. Dre is like, he's the guy.
What's something about their production that you like, that's something that you just be like, I want to pull that?
I think with Dre was the sonics, like how clean this shit sound, right? Yeah. Sound selection too. And Kanye is just, it's the drums, it's the soul. You feel me? It's us. It's Chicago. You feel me? So those two would be how I would what I would say with my influences for sure.
When you say Kanye West, you feel the soul, you feel Chicago. Yeah. Do you feel do you hear that sound a lot nowadays in some of our producers that's coming out?
I think it's coming back around for sure. People are starting to sample. Not starting to sample, but I think that samples are becoming more popular again. But it's always been there. It's always been there.
Being that you in Cali, I'm sure you see the city they showing us the culture of Chicago is being taken and put and dissected everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. As far as what do you see that what do you see Chicago? Do you see Chicago getting this credit that it deserves in the music industry? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know. Maybe not, but it's
who cares?
We the source, bro. They can't do us better than we can do. You know what I'm saying? They can't do us better than we can do. So whatever.
Right.
But but I do feel when they say about drill music, we started drill.
Yeah.
DJ L started drill.
Yeah. Facts.
And not New York or London.
Nobody. It started here.
It started with DJ L. It started literally the way he hitting the snare.
Yeah.
That's DJ L.
Yeah, for sure.
At least that's the drill that became popular because it was drill before that too.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound like that. But the one that became popular was DJ L.
You got Chop
Chop,
drill,
you got Chop,
and then you
yeah.
got L drill.
And it's crazy because before Chief Keef, nobody was talking, like drill wasn't like mainstream.
No.
It took Chief Keef
To
and
take
King
it.
Louis to make it popular or make it mainstream.
Yeah.
You feel me? But that drill that became popular that we hear with Central C and everybody, that's DJ L.
As far as some, I know you work with a lot of artists. You know, you worked with YP and all. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit, yeah, my boy YP, yeah.
What's like speaking of YP, like
Yeah.
what was it like working with YP and it be, you know what I'm saying?
It was dope, man. Great person and real talented artist. And bro, like, though I really was in the trenches, bro. These like, and when you speaking about those days, like I was there, bro, with everybody, bro. And they was getting free beats. I was just trying to get my shit off. I was like, fuck, let's get it. Like, you feel me? Just trying to work. You know?
So is that a way that most producers got to go? Is like just flood every rapper you know with free beats, or?
I mean, if you got no motion, you gotta create some motion. You feel me? So
Right.
yeah, figure it out. Maybe not. I mean, you know, maybe some get free. You know, I don't know. It's a different way for everybody. You feel me?
What Chicago artists do you hold special in your heart that you love working with, like that y'all create good magic together?
It's my boy G Count. Cali P, yeah.
Why Count don't release music like that?
I don't know, man. I guess not. Yeah, I don't know what's over Count. He's always say we in a toxic relationship.
Why is it toxic?
Because he don't put music out, and
that's
I
why.
invest in time in him, and he don't. But they were always gonna be together. He said we always gonna make music. But that's my boy, man. He's one of my favorite people and MCs for real.
I love Count.
Yeah.
Count dope as hell.
Mhm.
Count dope as hell, man. So man, you won a Grammy?
Mhm.
What you win a Grammy for, Brody?
I was the first one was with Bugs and a bunch of other people for Hurricane with Kanye.
Okay.
And Donda, and the second one was this past year with SZA for SOS.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
What you do with your Grammy?
Oh, I didn't get the actual physical Grammy because it was the first one was a performance one. So, but I got the certificates. I got at the crib. I gave it to my mom too. So she got it at the crib
That's
too.
dope as hell.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna put some liquor in
Nah,
it.
when I get the one for Don't Grow Up Too Soon, that's when hell yeah, I'm doing that one. I'm gonna be ghetto as fuck. Put the fucking tequila in that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
So, you know, I know we spoke about it a little bit earlier, but like the transition of becoming an artist, you never really gave us like did you feel like, all right, I can go from producing to being an artist?
I just I didn't want to subscribe to the chasing the placement game. You feel me? Because that's like really playing like the lottery, and I just found myself finding new artists all the time and just building relationships with them. So I figured why not just take a crack at like, you know, putting an album together and doing it my way, having more control. You feel me? Of the stories I'm trying to tell, of the music I want to put out, and I'm also independent fully. So there's no one telling me what we can and can't do.
Right.
So it's like it's a good situation. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's more so just seeing the pattern of like, all right, cool. I keep running into these new artists and getting them early, and then they go take off a couple years later. So that's kind of been my niche. You know?
Right. So minus the bullshit, life's great.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah,
That was the first album ever.
yeah,
That was a dope ass.
yeah.
title,
Thank you, bro.
by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Hey man, shout out to Young Jeezy.
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
that's where it came
yeah.
from, but to use it as what made you was like, I want to do this as an album and I want to make this the title.
I think it was, well, I didn't think I know what it was. It was just like I was going through a period of my life where it was a lot of loss. I lost one of my best friends, you know, Doc, who I put on the album. Also one of my other best friends, you know, went to the feds. It was a lot of shit going on, a lot of other things outside of just, you know, that I needed to go see like a therapist. I knew that it was too much, and I kind of had that moment of self-awareness where I was like, I gotta go talk to somebody because this is a lot.
A lot of men don't be like,
Yeah, especially black and brown, bro.
Yeah.
It's more looked as a weakness.
Yeah,
you
like,
know. But that's was so far from the reality.
how did therapy help you though? Like as far as
It helped me with having more tools to know how to deal with my shit, and also it helped me understand myself more. Why I do certain shit, why I go. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But once I started doing the therapy, I was like, man, I'm gonna make an album about this experience, because I want to make something that people gonna relate to, and if it's not authentic, they're not gonna relate to it because they're gonna know it's fool.
Right.
Same way, somebody that really, it was like same way somebody that could be a street rapper, right? And the experiences they went through weren't real. You gonna know right away it's fabricated. You gonna feel it,
right?
As opposed to someone that really lives the shit they live, it hits a certain way.
It hits different.
And minus the bullshit lies great. That's just one of my favorite lines, one of my favorite Jeezy songs.
Right. And
it matched the era I was in my life.
Was it hard for you to articulate, like not just the writing and the words to the songs, but the production?
No, I think again, it's like I'm creating the world through the artwork and maybe through the rollout and maybe a song, because music still needs to be enjoyable and you don't want to feel like too preachy. At least I don't want to feel like I'm being preached, too much.
Right.
So, but I definitely was able to get my world and across in the first one. And that's why the first album starts out with me getting fired. That's a real voicemail, me getting fired from my last job. You feel me?
Oh, damn.
But it's over these beautiful strings and over BJ doing background vocals, right? So some bullshit going on, but the juxtaposition of it is beautiful.
Was that music. The job you was telling me about
earlier?
Yeah,
I used to work at that little the glass. Yeah,
we're not gonna give no free promotion.
Hell no, fuck them. But I used to work over there and shit. So I remember I stopped showing up. Because they sent me on a dummy mission, and I said, man, fuck this place, bro. And I moved to LA 3 days later.
Damn.
That was 2014, yeah.
So from minus the bullshit, life's great, to don't grow up too soon. Like what got us to here to don't grow up too soon?
Shit, having to deal with real life shit again, having to go in, look at things that I don't want to look at. You know what I'm saying? Things that we carry from our childhood that don't serve us as adults. And you got to go in there and look and talk about and be honest, right? You feel me about it? And but fear will fuck us up and have us thinking it's way more way scarier, and so that's not really the case.
Right. It's creating these albums for you just off of the conversation we're having. Right. It seems like this is also therapy for you.
Absolutely, it's a way for me to express myself, right, creatively, and it's part of the therapy process. But I had to go through it in real time in order to start making this album. Because if it's not a real life experience, then it's not gonna hit.
Right. When did you know I have to be vulnerable within my music and creating?
Probably 2 years ago. After the first Grammy, that's when my parents brought these tapes. I saw these tapes with me as a child. I haven't seen them tapes since I was probably that age, and then I had this moment. It was like a little bit of moment of kind of sadness a little bit, because I was like, damn, I forgot about that version of myself.
Damn.
And it's still there. And then not only is it still there, but those things that don't serve you are still there. So whatever you was dealing with as a child, you still carry on as an adult, and it affects your relationships. It can affect a lot of things. So until you go in there and actually start looking at it and confronting it and trying to it's like, that's why I put the monster in the front, because the monster is that thing that's inside, right? The shadow.
All right. So hold on, because now we're talking, right? and as we're talking, I'm going through the songs in my head. But this moment you're talking about when you watching these videos of you as a kid and you forgot about this person.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that inspired you gonna be a star?
You a star? Yeah. I think that probably inspired Mariba, because I she was asking me what's the album about, and I was telling her all these things, and that's probably what made her, maybe she was talking to her younger self.
Because I felt like that when I was listening to it, and I zoned out like, damn, I got a little emotional, like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah, nah, but that's cool, bro. You see what I'm saying? But that's normal. That's healthy.
Right.
You feel me? Again, in black and brown culture, it's looked as weakness. And part of my rollout was a video, a conversation I had with my therapist. I had him come to my crib, and we did a whole session for an hour, and I recorded it, and I just took I chopped up 2 minutes of it and put the videos, right? It was like an archival montage, the videos of me as a kid, videos of me in the studio with Dre and Kanye and everything. All this big montage. And we having a conversation about why is it hard for us to even talk about these kind of things?
Right.
Because there's a stigma behind it. You feel me? Because you could tell your family, I'm going to therapy. What you been through? right? But it's like, yo, trauma is unescapable, bro. You're gonna go through shit in your life, and everybody deals with it differently.
Right.
You feel me? Because imagine if our parents went to therapy, what that would do.
For sure.
You feel me? But again, they weren't given that luxury. We have the luxury now to do that shit. So you might as well take advantage of it, right? Because we got to update ourselves, bro. It's like your computer update every
day.
So we got to do that shit for ourselves too, because we want to live the highest quality of life. You feel me? So that's why it's important to do that shit.
Damn, like at what point, like who talked you into going to therapy, or did anybody?
It was me, bro. It was like I just knew I had to do it because it was a lot. Like it was back to back to back to back. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm getting mollywopped right now by fucking life. You feel me? Like
beat my ass
like, a little bit, yeah. And I was like, damn, man. I'm like, I need to talk to somebody because this is not shit that I can even just self-regulate myself. I don't have the tools. But all this did for me was give me tools. And you gotta know when to pull them out.
What's some of the tools that you picked up along this journey of yours?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, I think one tool that I definitely always like sticks out is like being responsive and not reactive. Also my relationship with confrontation. Like I used to not like to confront because to me confrontation meant physical. Like it's gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, in school, like if I confronted somebody for saying some racist shit, I'm being it was a fight.
It's a fight going popping off.
But again, that's a conditioning. Hypervigilance is a conditioning too. Always, like it's like that's not normal. But I think with confrontation, it was like, yo, I could tell somebody, hey, bro, you know what, man? These are my boundaries or something. I ain't like you said this. And then that's it. Or you did this, or whatever the case may be. And it can just be that. But we just so conditioned to be like, it's on site. Or it's like, that's not normal.
Man, don't grow up too soon.
Yeah.
Don't grow up too soon. It's crazy because I have a nephew who's graduating high school, and I've been telling him, like, dude, like, don't grow up too fast. Like, don't grow up too soon. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy these moments. Growing up too soon, like, what did that mean for you? Like, when you was like, I'm gonna name this album that, even the commercial you showed me with the cereal, and you was like, hey, eat the cereal. You moving too fast. Like, what is that for you? Slowing
down, being more present. Also, when you things from your childhood, man, things that maybe you want to do when you was a kid, you couldn't get a chance to do, didn't have the luxury of doing, do it now. It's as simple as that, bro. As simple as even me, but the playoff red 11s that I wanted. I could never get those, and I think last year I saw them. I didn't even look at the price, man. Buy them shit because I always wanted them. Right. Look, something like even as little as that.
What's something else as a kid that you wanted that now that you can do, or things that you wanted as a kid that you couldn't get that you can get now, or just anything that?
I think more for me, I think my biggest, like, if we're being honest and transparent, I think I was always like, damn, like I misunderstood. Like I want to do this music shit, nobody understands it. Everybody, we was playing basketball. You want to make beats? Oh, that shit goofy as hell because it wasn't cool to make beats at the time.
Right.
So I'm always fighting this like I'm being misunderstood shit, and now there's no way you can misunderstand me because look what I'm doing.
Damn.
So now I'm like, yeah, you feel me? So now I finally was able to, like, heal that.
Damn, listen, I appreciate you coming in here and chopping it up.
Yeah.
Dog, I appreciate it. We got Don't Grow Up Too Soon out now on all streaming platforms.
Everywhere.
Go get us. We need a Grammy.
We're going to get that motherfucker.
We need that Grammy.
It's there. I'm going to bring it here too. I'm gonna get that one. We'll bring it right here.
I'm about a tequila.
Come on, yeah.
I'm about a tequila. Fuck it. Listen, we're gonna get us some John Basil.
We're
gonna pour it up.
Yeah.
What's up? I know the album dropped today. We got the listening party today. You in the city, so we lit.
We outside.
We outside today and probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow too. Yeah,
tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Any videos, any shows we need to be looking out for?
Not yet. Working on that right now. But the Spin the Block video out now. Album out now, and I hope that I hope that it makes the listener want to take a look into things they haven't wanted to look at for real.
Man, again, I appreciate you, brother. Y'all,
thank you for having me here for real.
Appreciate it. You welcome to come back anytime, dog.
Let's get it.
Anytime. Get the people your social medias and everything.
Nascent, Nascent. You gonna find it right there. You already know.